right. A tiered approach is smart, very, very smart, and it's really creating leverage. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
What I do for a living is create communities and movements. So I think I'm pretty sure I'm in the right room.
And I truly appreciate that. And Mike just listened to what I had going on. We had a wonderful conversation. He builds positive influence on young as they're building out and strategizing out their new businesses. So he threw some ideas. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There we go. Look at that. We're taking another step. So Mike has made some suggestions for me. And, there we got the Banana Man's in the house. Whoop, whoop. Now it's official. It's officially a party.
Oh my gosh, you guys are rad.
It's going to be a step at a time. And as the community builds, I'm going to be looking back at my customers, family members to say, what do I do next? I've got some ideas, I've got some suggestions, but I don't want to boot anybody to the side because they're only making $50,000 a year and this company come in and they want to do $5 million a year. Each person is going to be just as important to me and my family and the community as the next person. And we'll even include Kurt on that one too.
Aw, thanks, John.
So, this is a brand new idea that thank you to Miss Emily for doing all the hard work and extra work. And thank you for Kurt for allowing me his platform. This is, as Kathy said, she sees a lot of people making steps to improve and grow the business, but then they reach a level and stop.
A plateau, yep.
They hit the plateau and they don't go. So I've been thinking, but Kurt says, yeah, let's do this. Let's jump on this and see what kind of positive influence and ideas we can share with the community.
So we do have that was posted by Monica. So Monica, do you still have this question of what's purpose or of Santa approved? Is that still something you're wondering?
I want a concise answer.
You want to? Oh, I'm gonna hurt now.
You can do it.
Is Santa is the #1 promoted character in the world. 1753 years around. Don't look good. Anyway, I wanted to start a community of like-minded people that will share the same idea as me, but I wanted to have the idea where Santa can promote your company and build your company up while being part of the community. So then the community will grow, we'll share each other's ideas, everybody will be sharing their links for their socials. So, Monica, you don't know Mr. Banana Man over here, but now if you belong part of the family, you're going to know who the Banana Man is. So you'll be able to go and click on him and, hey, he might have a service that you need. So as the community builds, the membership will look at each other first to help each other out and build the community from the inside out.
Excellent. So Jessa, you've got your hand up.
Monica first. Let's see. Did that satisfy your question?
So it sounds like you're basically building a networking group.
Networking group, community group, family group, however you want to put it, with a little bit of a membership that will come back as the growth builds. There's going to be more services from me put back onto the membership.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah, so I have a couple questions. Love what I'm hearing, leaning in. My first question is, what are the boundaries? Because we know whether it's a relationship or in business, what are the boundaries? Who is invited and who is not going to be Santa approved?
Well, you know, Kurt made it in, so there were a lot of different people.
I'm here to make you look good. There you go.
Absolutely. Miss Kathy is involved. What I'm looking for is not just the children, looking at for people that help people. Like Kurt's organization that he's
Literally
involved
my
in,
USP.
Project Die Hard. I mean, we all know the veteran organizations are so underloved, underfunded, undercommitted. So, but they have such a positive growth and they impact a lot of people. They are definitely part. I mean, Miss Kathy, she is involved as well. She loves helping people. She makes people smile. She makes people give. If you haven't been on one of her posting parties, you got to get on it, girl, because
It's amazing.
because not only does she teach you some positive things on how to grow your business, we have some giggles and laugh when we share information. You know, Emily's going to be included as well because she does a lot of background work to make other people look good. Lawyers, well, I don't think lawyers are going to be included, you know. So there's some questions that are there. I had to set up some criteria for questions, but I wanted to open it to almost everybody, but there has to be a positive impact on another business. There has to be a happiness involved. Like, we'll let Nick in because, I mean, nobody really likes insurance people. But the fact is, he's the banana man and he makes people giggle and laugh and he makes insurance look a totally different way.
So people who are contributing to the collective consciousness to bring us all up together at the same time.
Absolutely.
Each other.
Absolutely. So I don't want negativity. I don't want people talking down amongst one another.
No
I don't
otherness.
want. Sorry?
So no otherness, no against pitting people.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And of course, Miss Bola is in the family as well. She helps people. She helps promote different organizations. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay. I like it. I like it. I mean, I have so many thoughts and questions just because of my profession and who I do it for. But I don't want the meeting. So if you have questions for me, I think that might be the best way. Because for me personally, I guess a brief introduction. I don't know what Kurt said before I came in the room. I hope it was all true, Kurt.
We like putting Kurt on the line a lot of times. It's okay.
I love teasing him. It's just so easy.
I mean, look at it. His wife just put up with him and has put up with him for their 28th wedding anniversary. It was last weekend. So, you know, Sue can put up with Kurt for that long. I guess we can put up with him to encourage us to do some of the positive things that Kurt loves.
He really does. He pushes all of us. And I've seen him in other realms as well, where it's just like, yeah, he's got the metal, but he also has the brain for it as well.
Oh, careful now. We might push him a little higher then, but he's okay.
Maybe just one last lump of coal. Just one. Okay? Or half of one, just break one in half, maybe. But
Nicholas, if you got a question.
Did somebody raise their hand? I'm confused.
No, I'm just throwing at Nick and seeing if he had a question. Who's got a question?
Oh, you did say my name. I was like, oh, I thought I was hearing things.
Got banana stuff.
Well, that could be too. That could be too.
I might have had a banana or two every year, maybe. I don't know. No questions at all, man. It's a really, really fun thing that you're doing over here. It really brings the joy of things into perspective. Really, really fun, especially when it comes around the holidays and things of that nature, you know? Somebody's like, wait a tick. Santa approved. What is this? And you're like, oh, you know? And then, of course, there's other Santa people in there, too. So that's really, really fun, too.
Well, I can see the growth happening as people start joining up. They're going to be sharing it to their friends, to their other friends' businesses. So the people are going to start asking more questions. So there's going to be internal growth as well as much as I'm promoting, as Kurt's promoting, as Emily's promoting, and everybody else on the page is promoting. So it's going to be a twofold growth pattern, which will be an interesting to see how it all shakes out.
Kathy, go ahead.
My friends, first of all, having the Santa approved badge for my Zoom background makes me super happy. I got Santa approved this weekend, as a matter of fact. So I am super excited about that. And certainly to have Santa Papa John on Kathy Chat was an honor. So I thank you for that. I'm thinking always in terms of boards of directors. And so on the website, I suggested a tab, one big website with lots of different tabs, as in blog, as in YouTube connection, as in videos, and certainly as a tab for Claus Crew or SPJ Jinglers, which stands for Santa Papa John's Jinglers, Jolly Jinglers, John's Jolly Jinglers, however you'd want to say that, and to be able to have a tab where everyone who has gotten their Santa approved badge through the protocol via the actual email and certainly the document that John sends out so that we can become Santa approved. We also have a video to share, etc. So I'm instantly thinking in terms of boards of directors, which would be called the Claus Crew or the SPJ Jinglers, as I mentioned, but something that would be basically an honor for people to be in that club tribe. Just like the community and the things that Monica was mentioning, this is a membership community. And rather than calling it a membership community, certainly hashtag it still so it would be findable that way. But in this particular case, it would almost be a cut above. SPJ Jinglers, I think, has a nice ring to it. And so automatically we would be thinking Santa Papa John, Santa Papa John, Santa Papa John, a Santa approved. All of the hashtags that John is using effectively to be findable, we would be part of that instant membership community and findable on a link on the channel, the website certainly. And then those would be able to see, we would do business with each other because we would build each other up. So again, the membership community piece is huge. And most of the time, think about your business networking international groups, your ABWA groups, your polka dot powerhouse teams, probably depending upon your level of loyalty to those membership groups, you would go to that place first. Is there someone here who does what? Is there someone here who has books about what? Is there someone here who has a business with what? And if the answer to that is yes, you'd want to go to your community membership first and certainly do the referral program through that. So hopefully the links would be to everyone's pages within the Claus Crew tab. And the rest of the story, as they say, is definitely history. And that would cause people to go, hang on a second. I want one of those badges on my Zoom background. Santa Papa John, Santa approved, boom. It's a great idea. And the badge that your granddaughter made is fantastic. Back to you.
Thank you very much. All great ideas.
All right, Sherry is typing in here that Sherry's got something. What do you got?
Well, so Kurt says to me, Sherry, you're doing graveyard. What do you need an approved for? And I said, well, Kurt, I'm doing a kindness campaign for children that as a way for my graveyards to be introduced actually by kids. So the Let's Be Trees Society is sponsoring a children's campaign where they can go out and be an ambassador for kindness in their community. We've given them like a lot of different activities that they could do, and even screenplay and books that they could read at nursing homes or elementary schools or whatever, right? So just because my main business probably doesn't need to be Santa approved, being a cemetery society, but part of my business does, I think it'd be a great idea and I can't think of, at first Kurt said $25 and I was like, ugh. And Kurt said, good, is that a lot? And I was like, well, let me think about this for a minute. I'm going to get a salesperson for $25 a month.
But
I don't have to share an office with him. I don't have to buy him coffee. I get a salesperson for $25 a month. I'm in.
There you go. Thank you, Sherry. So watch out, folks. My boss is here. So Sue's in the room, so.
Oh, well, look at that.
So if you see me change my tune, everybody knows why. You know? Fun stuff. Oh, Jess, I wanted to let you know we're seeking out someone to play the role of Easter Bunny to help with our Project Die Hard campaign. So if you're willing to do that, that'd be great.
I'll think about it. I don't know. I don't know. If I say no, Santa's here. I can't.
I know. That's why I thought I'd put you on the spot.
Give him that Lovacle back. That's all I
just to let you know, I went to ChatGPT, as I do often, for correlations. And so I said, how does a cemetery relate to a Santa-approved company? And ChatGPT decided that the cemetery could be called Final Rest Approvals. That's not the topic. Offering services to ensure that loved ones' resting places are Santa-approved, with decorations, upkeep, and festive touches. So obviously with your green cemetery and your back to the earth message that you're sharing, the opportunity to be Santa approved, I can totally see how that would correlate. So I wanted to, it's not automatically a no. When you think of cemeteries and Santa, that's usually not a synonymous term, but now we can make it one step further because you are leaving no carbon footprint.
And I talked to Mrs. Claus about your idea, Sherry, and she loved the idea that, you know, your idea is going to help promote a better alternative to some of the families just can't afford. You know, they got to sell the car, they got to mortgage the house to bury a child or a loved one. And this, your program is offering a different solution to a hardship that they're mentally not physically capable of making those kind of decisions at that time. So when I explained it to her that way, she said yes, she would approve it.
Kurt, thank you very much. Kurt and I talked today, and we think that what we want is, if you would want, here's where we're going to present it. If you would want a cemetery society in your state, put your name on the list. When we find 50,000 people, we'll buy the property, and you can send us your $100 membership fee, and that's the way we're going to go about it. We're looking for 50,000 people in every state, and then we'll find the property.
Very interesting.
And Mikey will bring us into Canada, so we'll go international too. So I did want to let everybody know that Doug Cornfield, who works on D3 day camps where children with disabilities can play sports, he wanted to come to this meeting, but I told him don't worry about it. He's up to his eyeballs and other things that's really pulling on him. So I told him we would update him, and he's running a great Pulling Each Other Along collective, and Jessa is part of the leadership there. Jessa, you want to say anything more about our friend Doug?
So it's Doug Cornfield and Dave Clark. If you don't know who Dave Clark is, you're going to want to Google this. And so Dave Clark, he's pretty, I wouldn't say he's the vision behind it, because that's definitely a Doug thing, but he is the motivation behind it. Dave Clark is the only professional baseball player to ever pitch from crutches, because he got polio when he was 10 months old. And he's an amazing, inspiring individual. The stories, I've heard them all, and I cry every time still.
Right.
He's so inspiring. And so I still, to this day, we all look at each other, we're like, how did we find each other? I don't know. We're here. And so my role with that is I help to support their collective and what they're doing. I do a lot of business coaching, a lot of innovation coaching, a lot of clarity coaching with everybody who joins that collective. I guess I'm kind of like the bonus that comes into it, and just keep them organized, keep their message pushing forward, helping them with I build all their websites and everything like that. And so what they're doing, and why they should obviously be Santa approved, is they put on all over the country sports camps for children with disabilities. So the children who watch the sports on TV, have their superstars that they love to follow and everything, they not to get to go and do and have that experience that they otherwise wouldn't. They get to be on the field. They get to
Amazing.
throw a baseball for the first time. They get to run the bases. It doesn't matter if you can't walk, we will push you around the bases. The biggest one that inspired me the most was the last one that I volunteered at. There was a young girl, she was blind, and she hit a ball, she caught a ball, she ran the bases, she did everything.
Wow.
Everything. And just the way that she glowed, I mean, it was amazing. She was seeing herself in a different way. It's like nothing's actually impossible anymore. If I can do that, all I had to do is show up, get on the field. And it was so amazing. So they host these camps all over the country. I think next is Santa Monica, right? I think, or did they already? No, that's coming up next. They'll be up here in the Hudson Valley where I am. And so my passion with them, they're really my only pro bono clients because I'm just so passionate about it. My vision, my passion for them is to grow their network. And this is the place for them to do that. Because, I mean, it's Santa. It's Santa.
There you go. Wonderful.
Children. And it's an obvious, clear fit. And once you meet these two gentlemen, yeah, you're going to be, yeah. You're like, Jessa, you undersold them. Try harder next time.
There you go. Kurt, I had a wonderful conversation a little while ago with J.R. Smith.
Oh yeah, the Veterans Ranch. Yeah, that's
Veterans Ranch,
great.
and he had some very nice things to say about you and Brian. So I just thought I would pass that on, and they're going to think about it, and they love the idea as well.
Excellent. Yeah, that'd be cool to get you riding horses and everything. I'd pay to
Something
do that.
I've never done in my life.
All right.
You know this.
Just to clarify, did I just hear that Santa is replacing reindeer with horses?
No,
It's just J.R. Smith does the horses. But yeah, that'd be cool to have the horses with the reindeer down at the ranch. Boy, we're really creating some shenanigans here. I like it.
absolutely. There we go.
So I want to pause right now for station identification with our podcast engineer, our scheduler, virtual assistant, Emily Gomer. She's got us going out there on YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn. Emily, you want to give a little narration to how we can all do that posting party style of sharing out the conversation we're having that's being recorded for marketing purposes?
Yeah, recording it. It's going on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I missed one. There's like 3 or 4. But yeah, this is the World of Ability Podcast Network. And just been around for like 4 years. But I'll put all the links in the chat or send them to you a different way if you are looking to have this for a future perusal to look back on.
All right. So Bola, would you be willing to share a little bit more about, this turning point in your professional career that you're Santa approved now and kind of what you're all looking for right away now in May, now that you're Santa approved, and how we can.
Well, everyone's talking about it. It's a huge deal. Yes. So was this like a week and a half ago, I think that it's been, so I love it. So my business, of course, it's administration, right? And so it's all pretty much all the little intricate little things that most people don't want to do, but I really enjoy it. And so part of just the fabric of my business is just empathy and really giving, because you want to make sure that everybody is set up for success, no matter what industry they come in. If it's anything administrative, I want to make sure that they have a solid foundation, because it just builds and builds on top of that. So it makes me happy to have Santa, because it's kind of just like how I am on the inside, but now it's like personified. So what I'm looking forward to, I'm glad that you said something about that. I'm actually wondering about packages. I was gonna wait until I have a question, because I think you may have already said this, so I apologize. But like when it comes to the package of videos, would it be just us? Oh, I need a birthday video, or oh, I need there's going to be a new client onboarded. We need a video for that, or do you already have packages for us to choose from?
No, those videos are on an individual so far, unless you want to do 8 at a time or 9 at a time. So I do have, well, you can work because I've got it set up for like a grandparent. If they have grandchildren, they want to pay a set rate for the whole year, and they can book 6 Santa chicken videos or 7 or 9. So yes, there is some packages for that. So yes, that could convert over to a package for different businesses as well.
Okay. Yes, because I'm thinking, because I do remote admission work, that's probably going to be the biggest thing that I'll be looking forward to. If I get it, whenever I get new clients, I'm onboarding new clients, and I work with contractors, so I don't have employees. I build teams of contractors according to what my clients are. So if people that I know are skilled in those areas, we have different teams. So kind of getting the team, like having a video for the team, getting them all riled up for the client, things like that. That's kind of what I'm thinking, what I'll work to in May, maybe getting some of those videos done.
Okay, that would be wonderful. And I'm always looking, some growth that people are going to hopefully not kick me too hard in the butt about ideas and suggestions, but I could be open to new ideas if they're in a positive way that's going to help you and help me. So don't be scared to throw out different ideas at me, because I might be willing to look at to say, hey, I hadn't thought about it in that perspective. Let's twist it and tweak it and make it a package that'll work for what you're looking for and make it work.
There you go. Good stuff. So Kathy, I want to give you one more round of let's all have a group meeting of your Santa approved, and like we did with Bola right there, like kind of tell us more about your excitement, how it developed, how we got here, where you think you're going, and what's going on in May, and how we can help you as now.
Yes, I am, and I'm super thrilled about that, as a matter of fact. And one of the first things that I mentioned, I have seasons in my business, and one of the biggest seasons is I have a dynamic photo of a Kangen water machine underneath a Christmas tree, ready for that dynamic family member. And parents give to kids, kids give to parents, depending upon the age groups and location, things like that. So many times December is my largest month, because obviously everybody wants the tax deduction and everybody wants to gift a water machine to give to kids, kids give to parents. And so I think Santa approval badge, proudly displayed, is the coolest thing ever for my company. The great news is I've also thought about hashtag Christmas in July, and who better than ho, ho, ho to be Santa approved in July. And so I think about Christmas all year round, the spirit of giving, certainly Santa's cause, and all the different things that John teaches us, as far as the spirit of certainly laughter is the best medicine for all of us. So having a Santa approved badge is definitely an honor. I look forward to finding more and more people who want to gift the gift of good health to their friends and family. So for me, it's a perfect fit. Back to you.
All right. With that, we're going to segue over to Jessa. You got some more? What do you got, Jessa?
I was literally just thinking about the Christmas in July, because I have quite the network in a Facebook group of people who would climb over each other to be Santa approved. So I would love to introduce you to them, do a co-live, and really get that message out there, because the sense of community, the sense of authenticity, and I've only been here for a few minutes, but the fun that we have in growing this idea of community, connection, and integrity. For me, that the pillars of my business are empathy, integrity, and technology. And I feel like those three things could serve this movement a lot. And I would love to invite you to come and spread it in my community, because they all have the tools to create their carbon copy communities as well. And I feel like it could spread like wildfire that way. And if we did a Christmas in June, Christmas in July kind of thing, they'll be like, oh, that's totally Jessa's vibe. She's silly and cute like that. Oh, and she's got yes, that's a fit. That's Jessa. That's definitely her. And I think it would be fun, it would be adorable, and it would be impactful at the same time.
There you go. I would absolutely love to come onto your network and have a little chit chat with all your fellow friends and customers.
They're all heartfelt entrepreneurs. So
wonderful. And you know, that's the key part here is there are a lot of amazing people in this country that don't get the benefit of being happy to more than just their customers. This could be a way to build and find new customers, new collaborations, new way of, as Kathy says, my wife says, Santa's cause is a very powerful statement that needs to be shared amongst everybody. And the more people we can get involved, the more people we have sharing, the more people we have caring. And we can find those like-minded, positive-minded business owners in this country. I think there's more of them than we truly believe.
Oh, there are lots, and they're extremely magnetic as well. Once you find a couple of them, the rest of them just come and they soak it up and they get involved. And that's what we're looking for, involvement.
Yes, absolutely. And like, if you don't step out of your own footprint or your own shadow, you never know what kind of growth or what kind of positive attraction you're going to create.
Exactly.
And I think with this building, and we have like-minded people joining the community, it's going to build and keep building, because people that have a positive brain cell, that have a positive attitude in life, they don't want to be affiliated with the negatives. They don't want to be affiliated with the people that have no, I can't do this, I can't do that. They want to be affiliated with the people that says, yes, we can try that. Yes, this is going to be effective. Yes, this is going to create some positive impact on the town, the city, the county, the state, whatever the case may be. So the happiness will build the internal eruption of happiness around the world. One step at a time.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
Boy,
I'm glad you're recording. I'm glad you're recording that one, Kirk, because that's a good one. I'm going, I need to write that one down, but I can't.
But it's like you're actually reading my website right now to me.
Yeah, and I'm not. Honestly, I'm not.
So there's definitely an alignment here. I am on board. I am coming in, and I am going to pull you forward with me as well. So
wonderful.
I'm excited.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you, sir.
So there you go. Santa's got reindeer and Jessa deer.
Awesome. Careful now. And Mr. Mike is sitting there contemplating all this positivity that he's hearing. He's not really saying much, but he's surveying the situation. Yeah, with a serious look on his face. Got a comment, Mike? Come on. You're muted.
I don't know. I am just taking it all in. That's it. I'm just listening. I think it's good. What you're doing is amazing, and you're getting a lot of people on board, and this is going to grow and skyrocket and bloom and create huge growth.
Thank you.
Yeah, and Mikey, your comments are more powerful, I think, than in many settings that there's credit to it, because with this type of a movement and initiative and the simplicity of Santa wants everybody around the world to smile, spreading smiles around the world, your just emotional reaction, Mikey, that's a cue and a clue that's what we can do with everybody in all of our meetings on our social media, that if it's not too idea generative, but it's just really like, oh, it's my heart and stuff like that, that's going to be really powerful. It's like Santa's sleigh is powered by Christmas cheer. That's why we sing loud for all to hear, right? I'm singing, it's a Zoom thing. Oh man, this is what I live for. This stuff right here. Hey,
But you're not in the shower, right?
what's that?
You know you're not in the shower. You're singing.
Correct.
Singing
But
in the shower.
if it helps for me to be in the shower, I can go get the nozzle and. Oh man, yeah, we had Naked Gardening Day was a few days ago, so anything's possible. Hey, Debbie Dub, it's Miller time. we want to get some of that Kansas City, Missouri commentary from Debbie. And when we're talking about Santa's cause, you know, there's a play on words with Santa Claus, and when you say clause, I think of Debbie with Prepaid Legal Services Incorporated and Legal Shield stuff, because you got to watch the clauses.
True. Well, Legal Shield is all about helping, keeping all of us regular people safe and connected with legal experts to help us navigate all of this craziness that's going around. So this is a great way to help. I mean, all of our attorneys get taught how to have great bedside manner, but you know, having a few chuckles and giggles is great as well, because sometimes our legal messes can be pretty sticky. So we need those giggles to help get through all of those issues. And our guys and gals are great at helping, even with some really strange issues. So.
There you go. So I wanted to highlight that, John, because when I got introduced to you, we were in some meetings here and you're talking about the attorneys, but I want to make sure if they're Legal Shield attorneys, that, you know, that gets the winky face thumbs up from John. What do you think, John?
Well, what Deb does is totally different. She represents an organization that supports some positive-minded, maybe lawyers that, you know, the businesses, but we, you know, the actual lawyers, we haven't quite sure. But Deb's business, that could definitely cross the bridge. And I want to say to Monica and to Jessa and to Sherry, we haven't talked this week. The paperwork was filed on Wednesday. This has now been trademarked. So again, there's my Canadian again.
All right.
There's some amazing marketing people in the last weeks. It has the potential to grow very big. To protect myself, and this is another step in the evolution of making the baby steps to make this thing hopefully a worldwide name in the near future. I honestly don't know, but we're going to take one step at a time.
Thus, you can see the value of attorneys.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly. So creating settings and activities for John here, and I see we have a resourceful person in Monica. I see that Monica's a sailor. So I want to hear more about this, because I want to get some footage of John sailing and so forth. And, you know, that wellness coach thing, you never, you know, have too little of that. And Sherry was talking to us this weekend about, Sherry's really into the wellness field of things. She personally investigates it, you know, pretty detailed. But Monica, tell us more about your coaching and your sailing and what you think about the Santa business here.
Well, that the person healthy and that they're going to be much happier. They're going to do a lot more. Smile, make them happy right there immediately. Santa approved in the fact that they're jumping on board with being on the happy wagon. So sailing, I used to race in the United States and in the Gulf, and I have the trophies. I have all my Santa approved trophies in another room on the wall. I have the wall filled up with them. And what I do is I use my passion for sailing, because that's wind powered, and instead of motor powered. Instead of, you know, it's by nature. It's wind powered, and learning how to harness nature to your advantage, to move into a healthier, smoother waters. But sometimes most people think sailing is just smooth water, but you can't go very fast when the water's real smooth. Did you know that? And when we think of health as smooth waters, but it's not. The way you go the fastest is when the wind is blowing. When the wind is blowing like skunk, man, there's waves everywhere. And what we do is we help you go the fastest and help you get there on the fast track. And that's what I do with my Arbonne products as well as my coaching, is I help you baby step by baby step to get on the path that's the closest to getting you toward your health goals. Does that help?
Yeah, that is great. So John, when does it look to be good on your calendar to do some sailing? I think that would be phenomenal.
I haven't sailed in many years, but I used to do quite a bit of it as a teenager many moons ago. So it wouldn't hurt, but I think not the little ones anymore. I think the bigger ones would be more my style and pace.
All right. Well, we've got about 5 more minutes of our planned program as far as our Zoom here. We don't need to race off for anything as far as we're not going to close the Zoom right away at the top of the hour, but we want to keep the conclusion here to about 5 minutes left. Are there any more comments, questions, concerns, snide remarks, brainstorms, anything else to take care of here to make sure each of us attending? Monica, what do you have?
So how do I get officially Santa approved?
Well, you go to my website, which is santapapajohn.com. Up at the top, there's services. You'll find the tab that says, "Are you approved?" You'll click on that. It'll go to a landing page. It'll give you a little bit more definition about it. And it says, "Sign up here." It'll open up a Google form. Thank you, Bola. And you'll answer 5 questions, yes or no, and 2 questions that are 2 sentences long. Then you'll pick your price that you want to pay, and then you put your rest of your information in, and then after that, I do an interview with you, usually 2 or 3 days, depending on how our schedules can collide. I record it where I ask, 3 or 4 questions about your business and why you want to become Santa approved, and then I officially welcome you into the family. So that would be it. That's how you do it.
Great. Well, now we have it on the recording and everybody else knows as well.
Absolutely.
I will be in there before morning.
Well, that would be awesome, Jess. I appreciate that very much.
Oh, and my brand colors are red and green, so I think it's a good match.
Yeah, that works too. Absolutely. Yep. And I look forward to meeting with your group that you're going to introduce.
Oh, they're going to love this. They're going to be so tickled, and they're going to smile and lean in. Oh, I'm so excited for them.
Well, that's absolutely wonderful. And that's how I see the envision of this thing growing, is as more people get signed up, they're going to share the happiness, the creativity, as I new word, that people will share. Because like I said, there is a lot of positive people in this country and this world that get pushed down because of all the negativity around them. And if we can start building some happiness, some more positive, more ways to share happiness amongst one another, it's only going to explode.
So, John, this is something we're doing on a weekly basis now? Is that kind of what we're inviting?
Well, we'll get some feedback from some people, and I think that this has been, my opinion, this has been very positive. There's been some great questions. There's been some new people on the site that have learned some new things. So yes, I think we could almost do this on a weekly basis until we run out of new people, until we run out of new ideas. But
that's not going to happen.
That's not going to happen.
Not on my wall.
There you go. So I guess we'll be right here at the same Santa channel, the same Santa time. And so you can share this out with your networks and let people know, hey, let's hook up with the most marketed character in the world. And he is a character.
Most marketed and most marketable. That's
true. Even though he's already most marketed, he's even way more marketable.
The most marketed because he's marketable.
Yeah. So he's
Okay.
kind of like
Gotta write that one down because that was another good one.
he's kind of like a Guinness Book World Record breaker that's breaking his own records.
You don't even need him in the book. It just is.
Well, back to my original statement, Kurt, one step at a time, one person at a time, one smile at a time, one happy, creative person at a time. Nobody's going to be pushed under the table. Nobody's going to be pushed to the side because they can only do X, Y, Z, and the other one are doing A, B, C, and they're blowing the doors off the books. That's not going to happen because everybody's going to be treated the same, with the same respect, with the same happiness, and with the same caring as the next person.
Fantastic. So, well, I think we concluded our main agenda. If you're hungry for an encore, you can stay here for an encore. If you got other things to run off to,
Sure. I need to eat.
it's open mic time. So if you have any last remarks, feel free to blurt them out.
Thank you, my
Bye,
friends.
Monica.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Kathy. Thanks for
Thank
being here.
you. All right. Hold
Debbie,
on.
thanks, Sherry.
Bye, everyone.
Yep.
Bye now.
Bye, Jessica. Thanks for being here.
Thank you both.